Good morning, remote learners. My name is Mr. McKenzie and I'm the phys ed teacher over at Strathmillan School. Today, we are going to be focusing on our catching skills. Catching is a very important skill in a number of sports. We use it in baseball, we use it in football, we catch the ball in basketball. If you're playing a game of soccer and you're the goalie, you'll catch the ball so that it doesn't go in your own goal. Catching is used in a number of games that we play in phys ed class and during recess as well. So catching is definitely an important skill to develop. We are going to do a couple of activities to practice our catching, but before we do that, we need to know the key points about catching and what is going to make us a good catcher. The first thing that you need to do when you're catching an object is you need to get in a good ready position. So by that, we mean our feet about as wide as our shoulders, shoulder width apart. We have a little bit of bend in our knees. Our hips are bent so that we're leaning slightly forward. Our hands are up and ready to catch, and we are facing the direction that the object is coming. Now, the reason why we get in this athletic position is because we want to try and catch the ball along our midline. So what I mean by that, boys and girls, is imagine there's a line that goes from the top of my head, down through my nose, through my mouth, through the middle of my chest, all the way down. What I want to do is I want to be able to catch the ball right in the middle of my body, right down that midline. So I need that athletic position because sometimes in sports, the ball will come right to us and that's an easy catch that I can catch right in my midline. But sometimes the throw might be a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, and I need that athletic position to be able to move to get my midline to line up with where the object's coming from. So in this case, I have a red ball. If the red ball is over here, I need to be in that athletic position. I need to be able to shuffle my feet so that I can catch the ball right in my midline. If the ball's out to the left, I need to be able to shuffle my feet quickly so that I can catch the ball in my midline. The second important thing to remember when you're catching is you need to keep your eye on the object the whole time. We call this tracking. So in this case, if it's a red ball, I am watching the ball go all the way through the air, and I'm watching it all the way until it hits my hands, and hopefully I can make a successful catch. The last thing you need to keep in mind when you're talking about catching is if the object is thrown above your waist, your thumbs will go together when you make a catch. Okay, so let's say I'm catching a football and someone throws it a little high, my thumbs will go together and make the catch wherever the football is. If the throw is a little low, my pinkies go together to make a catch. Okay, so just try and keep in mind that when it's a high throw, your thumbs are going to go together. If it's a lower throw, your pinkies are going to go together. I've got a few activities that we're going to use to practice our catching. I want you to give them a try. And then at the very end, I'm going to show you a game you can use and play with a family member that'll really help you with your catching. So I hope you enjoy it, and good luck. Okay, remote learners, the first thing we're going to do to practice our catching skills is to play catch with a family member. Now, this is pretty easy for most of you, but what I want you to think about is practice with a purpose. So all the things that we talked about just a second ago, you are going to put those into practice by playing catch with a family member. So Mason, let's do some catching. Let's show these guys how to catch. Ready? Hands ready. Eyes watching the ball. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good catch. Throw. All right. Eyes ready. Hands ready. Big throw. All right. So remote learners, that is playing catch with a family member. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, remote learners, here's another game you can play to practice your catching. Mason is going to stand on his sock, and we have 3 colors in a triangle: blue, yellow, and green. Here we go. Ready, Mason? Green. So Mason runs to the green, and he catches the ball. Back to your sock. Pass me the ball. Ready? Blue. Oh, almost. Pass me the ball. Back to your sock. Ready? Yellow. Now, if you don't have Polyspot stars, boys and girls, feel free to use a piece of construction tape or a construction paper, a black, white, and yellow sock. Anything you have around the house will work. Hope you enjoy. Okay, for our next activity, boys and girls, you're gonna need a ball that has a little bit of bounce to it. I have a tennis ball here and a nice flat piece of wall. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get in that good athletic position that we talked about before. Your knees are bent, your feet are shoulder width apart, knees are bent, you're bent at the waist, your hands are ready to make a catch, you're facing your object, and then you're gonna underhand toss your ball against the wall, and when it comes back to you, you're gonna try and catch it. So it looks something like this. You can make it a little harder by giving yourself some higher tosses, throwing it higher against the wall, and catching the ball with your thumbs together. You can also give yourself some lower throws where your pinkies are going to be together to catch the ball. And then what we want you doing, boys and girls, is we want you moving to catch the ball as well. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to underhand toss the ball, and then I'm going to move to catch the ball down my midline. So it looks something like this. Okay, so I'm watching the ball hit my hands the whole way, and I'm moving my feet to try and catch the ball right along my midline. Give this a try, boys and girls. Boys and girls, I'm back outside where we have lots of space, and I've switched balls. So now, instead of a tennis ball, I have this little rubber basketball that we had around the house. This next drill, boys and girls, is going to help train your eye to concentrate on the ball from the time it leaves your hand all the way until the time you catch it. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get as many claps as you can before you catch the ball. So this is what it looks like. So you're gonna toss your ball up as high as you can comfortably do, and you're gonna clap and see how many claps you can get and successfully catch your ball. Looks like this. Okay, and I catch the ball. So I'm watching the ball the whole time. As the ball goes up in the air, I'm watching it, I'm clapping, and as it's coming down, I'm concentrating on the ball and trying to catch it. I think that was 7. I'll try and beat that. Okay, I got 8 that time. Now, if you take your eye off the ball, chances are you're going to miss it because it's hard to catch something that you're not watching. So if I take my eye off the ball, I'm not going to be able to catch it. So this drill, boys and girls, will really help you focus on watching the ball the whole time, all the way up in the air, all the way until it hits your hands. Enjoy. Okay, I'm here with Adley and Aniston, and they are going to demonstrate how to play step back. So right now, Adley has the ball. She's standing about 6 feet away from Aniston. Adley throws the ball to Aniston. Aniston catches it, throws it back to Adley. Now, we have 2 successful catches, so they take a step back. Step back. Step back. And they're going to go until they drop the ball and can't go any further. Whoop, just like that. So, when we have a drop, we come back to where we started, and we try again. Here we go. Whoops. Now, this is worth noting, everyone, that Adley and Aniston are sisters, and they are from the same household. So this isn't a game we're doing a lot at Strathmillan School right now, sharing equipment, but since these 2 girls are from the same household, and assuming that if you're watching this video, you're one of our remote learners, if you can find someone from the same household to play with, it should be nice and safe. Look at them go. All right, thank you very much, girls.